Now it could be not to be important about the point that it could be so much important to that how could you being a good listener to say something or good conversational people or the type of changes that you have taken in the life of the people or just not more maximum number of people to know but the small people number of people that you are like suppose that hundreds or thousand people know you that you have create a something better creative or better informative knowledge that no one or that the people that have ever wanted to know it from the ground or from the bottom of the learning, so that how it could be so much important to learn something that agar or that lots of time to people to go through it and get the knowledge through it. It could be so much important for that for learning something you need to follow the some guidelines that must be following about most of the sections that you need to follow something that making the discipline about yourself. Let's suppose that I know that for past of the time or now the current time the language that I have delivered not to be proper and not to be scripting because I forced myself that to just to record the things that I have expressed with myself and the changes that occur with the passing with the situation because from past coming next going to the past 5 months ago I was just doing the same thing repeating but into the awareness or into the not to be proper studio like structure, but it could be healthier for me to just knowing something that it could be also helping out the stations so that it lots of the time people get confused about that how it could be really a valid purpose for the people, but it couldn't be know about the thing that just to try it for your fewer time and get something informative or information about it that you can learn something from these things, but or you can first of all you have know about yourself that basically you have to learn something about yourself whenever you try it. One of the two things that always be happen into the career. The first thing is that you always give to be learn something or either than you will lose something that you wanted or that you grab it those things. But first of all you have to know or notice about yourself that always lots of time the failure will receive from yourself, and the failure always receive or the failure always give you lesson or giving learning toward yourself that how it could be important to know something that the failure could be giving you the most awareness or most precious learning that in your side, so that how it could be so much important to learn to just to try it and learn more of the time to create the such as influencing people or many more things. Let's suppose that whenever you give to the beginning of anything, let's suppose for coming to the freelancing platform or any such that for communicating for improving the communication skills that you have to be encourage the people or the public or the any of the client that you wanted to discuss anything, but just a small thing about yourself that just go to express your thoughts not everywhere but just in front of the camera where nothing or no one care about it, because whenever you go outside the reach you always find that no one cares about the feeling that you have or anything that you express, because anything or know about your personal value or personal modification that always much more important toward yourself that just to focusing about the what type of information that you have delivered and what type of changes that you have can take into the minds of the public, that the people that how can they get it from them. But lots of the time people get fear about that what the people or what the my relative was telling about the something fact that I have known no notices, so that it could be taking a boring task for them or not to be something that willingness or something to be healthier for themselves. But first of all, creating such a thing, you have to notice about yourself that just to create it because you loved it the most, but doing something that you have extraordinary from the past of the people that never to do or ever not wanted to do it because they are not willing to do such a unprecious or the precious job that they have. So it should be doing a great job by doing the lots of practicing and something extraordinary, because while doing something extraordinary you have to keep practicing upon yourself, that how could you change the people's mind, or how could you grab the attention, or the volume that you have to be kept it into the minds of the people, create something extraordinary, challenging, something effortless effort to the people's mind, so that whenever you wanted to create something change, you have to create a effortless effort towards it, because nothing could be happening easily or easier. By the way, you have to put it about above the more than skills that you have to launch them. I know that I was becoming to be lots people say that I am basically self introverted people, but I know that whenever you wanted to do job inside the home, or you wanted to earn money more than that you wanted, you have to just focusing about yourself that inside a 4 by 4 room, or you have to know about that how you can create also the such numerous number of thing, or numerous number of money, or the prestige that you wanted to in your life. But just a small thing that you have to notice, that either you are applicable for this type of typography, or that you wanted to do it in your future generation, or till now into the current scenario. This is too much important towards the lessons that we have to know, that just if you are not capable but you have the interest upon what you wanted to say something, or what you have to learn or aggregate the footages, so that if you get the information toward your that you wanted to create something extraordinary, or something liking that this was how creating something challenging about myself, and how I can become the most creative people into the field. So that you have to must focusing upon yourself to just doing something new, ideas upon yourself, and doing something extraordinary that you wanted to do it, and nothing to following about that I can take it from the tomorrow and from the next day after. But just a small thing that you have to put in above the your efforts that you wanted to do it, so that you can create maybe a little bit changes, but always for the maximum time. After a long period of time, you have find out about yourself that let's suppose that after moving 1 year after that, you have start recording the videos, shooting the videos, and looking forward in front of the camera, and you have no fear about the failure, the fear of faith, and many more things. So that how it could be important about yourself, that it could be so much preciousness things that you wanted to ever know about the basic nature, or the basic anything that you want to deliver, so that it could be very much precious about that, just to focusing about the skill that you wanted to grab it. And today's generation was not to take the degree that you wanted to learn, but because it was so much important that what was type of the degree, or what was the type of the skill that you have eager to know. Because the today's skill was so much important, so much dedicated toward yourself, because it was so much important into the career path generation in the wait for the movement